Hi, good morning, group members. Happy Self-Care Sunday. I am so excited to be part of Body Metamorphosis Body Positive Zone. I am a group member just like you, but I'm also a licensed skincare therapist down here in South Tampa. My small independent boutique style skincare company is called Spa Nest Skincare and Waxing. So today, I'm going to talk about a few things that we can do at home for our own self-care between treatments and, between coming in and seeing your esthetician. I've been asked kindly to do this, and I'm so honored to help out and help you guys answer any questions that you might have about some self-care tips and skincare tips. I know there was a few of you the other day that posted your questions about how often you should exfoliate and what is the best cleanser and things like that. So I'm just going to quickly kind of go over a few things that I found that's helpful for me personally and for my clients. So I like to keep it simple. Like, we don't have to go crazy and use 12 different things, every single day, or exfoliate every single day, or, I like to keep it very simple. And here's a few things that I suggest. I suggest that you invest in a really good cleanser for your skin type. Less is more, again. So I like, for instance, I give my clients the bioenzyme cleanser from Lyra, and it's just that. It's just a refresh and revive type cleanser, but it does take off makeup. It does take off, residue, the work of the day, if you will. But I find that investing in a really good cleanser, you can use both day and night, is going to definitely clean your skin enough to kind of make sure you don't get any breakouts and weird blemishes and things like that. With your cleanser, I also tell my clients about investing in a silicone deep cleansing brush instead of like a Clarisonic. And here's why. The silicone deep cleansing brush is, again, silicone, so it's plastic. It's very easy to clean, and it doesn't harbor bacteria. So when we're using our Clarisonics, which some of you may have, or some of you may know what I'm talking about, it's like a little head with a brush on it, and people are using it and using it and using it. First of all, it can start, if you knock it on your nose too much, it can start making capillaries break. And then all of a sudden you have these little red veins on your nose and you don't know where you got them from. It's usually because you're Clarisonic, you're kind of knocking your nose with it. The silicone is much more gentle. Also, over brushing your skin with like a Clarisonic can over exfoliate your skin as well as trap bacteria. So if you think about it, your brushes are kind of sitting there, you put it back on your counter, and then you take it back the next day and you start doing it with really not cleaning it very well. So that all those brushes hold the bacteria. A silicone brush won't hold bacteria. In fact, you can clean it and the bacteria kind of goes away, so you're not spreading that bacteria all over. So this is another thing that I recommend to my clients who, when they ask me about it, that I recommend. You can find this really anywhere. If you Google it on Amazon, even just Google silicone deep cleansing brush, a bunch of them come up, and one's not better than the other. Mine is, if you can hear it, I just turned it on. It also vibrates a little bit for skin stimulation, and then it kind of lasts forever, the charge, but some of them are rechargeable. Those are the ones that I recommend. This also acts as your exfoliator. So if you're using a cleansing brush on a daily basis, you don't really need to exfoliate all that often during the week. So exfoliating maybe only once or twice a week, other than using maybe like a silicone brush, is probably all that you need, especially now that we're not in the summertime. The humidity has kind of backed off a little bit, and we're in the cooler months, so we're probably going to be a little bit more on the dry side. Over exfoliating can be actually just as bad for your skin than not exfoliating enough. So if you're looking for an exfoliator, I say you stay away from like textured scrubs, like that old apricot scrub. I would throw that away. They're actually doing more damage to your skin than helping your skin. What I recommend is using more like a serum or an anti-aging pad. This is Pro Retinol Anti-Aging Pads. They go on kind of like the old acne pads that we used to have, but they've got retinol and glycolic in it. And really you just put it on and you kind of let it sit. You can do it day or night. I do it at night, and that's going to be more like a chemical exfoliator, so you're not stripping the skin by manually exfoliating all the time. You certainly don't have to use this one. You can use a actual retinol, an actual glycolic, but I would definitely stay away from anything that's too gritty and that actually scrubs the skin, because you don't need to if you're going to be using some type of silicone brush. It's just over exfoliating. So this is what, again, I recommend to my clients, or something of this nature, and you can always contact me and we can go over some, whether it's this type of product, or I can recommend another type of product. The other thing that I recommend to my clients, and I use myself, is a multifunctioning serum. This one is a pro-retinol C4 serum. So C4 means it's got 4 different types of vitamin C, soluble vitamin C that actually penetrates the skin and absorbs very quickly. What I like about multifunctioning serums is that you don't, instead of having a vitamin C and a retinol and a plant stem cell therapy, all 3 different products, you get all of that in one product, and you can use it more generously and you can use it more consistently, because it's not straight retinol, as you guys may know, that causes skin irritation, dryness, things like that. So this is more of a multifunctioning, so it's buffered a little bit, but it's still giving you that same benefit of brightening and texturizing, and giving you, helping with hyperpigmentation, anti-aging, smoothing out fine lines and wrinkles. And this is definitely something that I tell people, that if you don't want to change all of your skincare, just add one extra step in. Whether I do this one at night after you wash your skin, you cleanse your skin, and then you put your serum on, you're going to see a big benefit in hydration, in the balance of any breakouts. It actually does a whole lot. And again, it doesn't have to be this product, but keep in mind, anything that's multifunctional, that has several different ingredients in it, is always best to have, even in a serum, in your arsenal. Obviously, for me, if I was to say the most important thing to do for yourself and for your skin, is wear sunscreen. Sunscreen, sunscreen, sunscreen. Sunscreen actually, especially here in Florida, is going to be your #1 preventative measure in anti-aging. Even more so than smoking or drinking or anything like that. I mean, the sun, as much as we love it, and as much as our skin looks fantastic, with a little sun, and I love the sun too, and I love the beach, but I never try to get anything on my face, because I mean, it's almost impossible to reverse. I mean, it can be reversed, but you're going to be doing a lot of things to reverse it. So if you're not using a good sunscreen now, like for instance, I use the Lyra SPF Solar Shield hydrating one. So this is a 30 hydrating, but what I like about it is I use it as not just my sunscreen for the day, but as my morning moisturizer before I put on makeup, or if I'm not wearing makeup, I just put it on. So it doesn't just protect me from the sun, it's also hydrating my skin as well. I tend to run on the dry side, so I like to make sure there's something moisturizing that goes along with it. I cannot express this enough, and if it's not this product, find something that is made for the face, specifically that's good for your skin, and that it's probably you don't need a 60 or 70 daily on an everyday basis, only like maybe when you get to the beach or whatever, but on a daily basis, at least an SPF 30. Luckily, a lot of makeup and powders have some SPF in it, which is good. I tend to have clients tell me I don't wear sunscreen every day because I'm not in the sun every day. Well, you kind of are. If you're walking to your house, to your job, to the grocery store, you are getting sun. This is Florida. We will get sun driving in our car with the window right here and the sun beaming in. It's really, really important. I cannot stress that enough. Sunscreen, sunscreen, sunscreen. A couple little other tricks and tips that I like to tell people about is puffy, tired eyes. If you've not been sleeping well, if you've been stressed out at work, if you maybe had a little too many cocktails with your friends the night before, puffy eyes are a big thing. And, tired eyes, we're wearing masks, so our eyes are the first thing that everybody's seeing right now. So I recommend, which is super easy, and it doesn't really require a professional product. It literally is green tea bags. I get these round green tea bags, just regular old green tea bags from Publix. They're not even organic. They're just green tea bags. Again, I get them at Publix. I'll steep them in cold water instead of hot water, like as if you're drinking them. Just steep them in some cold water. You can put some ice in them. You can put it in the refrigerator for a few minutes or whatever the case is. Just make sure they get good and cold, and then stick them on your eyes for about 10 minutes or so. It works like a charm. There's no lotions, creams, potions that are made for the eyes, whether they're a $5 product or a $500 product, that actually works as well as ordinary green tea bags. The antioxidants in the green tea and the caffeine in the green tea is going to depuff the eyes. It's going to make you look less tired. It's going to make you look less dark underneath the circles, and it feels great on your eyes. So this is kind of a little trick that I tell people. I actually do sometimes use it here in the studio too, for when people are like, oh, my eyes are so puffy, my allergies are acting up, and I'll just take these and kind of let them sit for a while with some cold water. So this is kind of a nice little trick that you may or may not have known about. The last thing I think I want to talk about is our lips. Again, it's cooler outside now. We have less humidity, so it's probably doing a job on our lips. We were chapped, we're kind of windburned, and we keep slathering on chapstick, Burt's Bees, whatever we're getting at Walgreens or Walmart or whatever the case is. Here's the problem with that. The problem with things like even Burt's Bees, like people say, well, I use Burt's Bees, it's natural. It is, but they're also putting things into those sticks that medicate the lips. So we're thinking that's good, right? We want to medicate the lips to heal it from our chappedness or our windburn, or like, isn't that good, Vanessa? Well, no. And here's why. What the medication is doing is it's sitting on top of your lips, but it's not allowing your lips to do what they're naturally supposed to do, which is to create their own moisture, and it's really to heal themselves. So I tell, when people say, oh, I'm addicted to chapstick, I have chapstick in my pocket, chapstick in my car, Burt's Bees at the office, but you're constantly slathering it on. So really, if you think about it, it's not really working, because you have to keep using it. So there's two things that I recommend. This is a Bio Lip Factor, again from Lyra. It's what I retail here at the studio. But find some. This one has avocado oil. This is the main ingredient, so it's not medicated. It's basically the main ingredient in this, other than some peptides and some other ingredients, is avocado oil. You want to put something on your lips that isn't going to stagnate or keep your lips from producing their own moisture. We want them to do that. They're made to do that. So that's why when I say use a lip factor or some type of ingredient that only has essential oils, whether it's like an avocado oil, a grapeseed oil, coconut oil, something that's more on that strength, as opposed to a chapstick that has medicine in it, that has actually medicated whatever. I don't even know what's in it, because that's what's keeping our lips from producing what we need to do to keep our lips nice and smooth and not chapped and ready to apply our lipsticks or our lip balms or whatever the case is. So the other trick that I use at night when I go to sleep is I actually use good old Aquifer, not Vaseline. There's a difference between Aquifer and Vaseline. Vaseline is literally a protectant. You stick it on your lips, it helps from windburn. It just kind of protects it from the elements, right? Where Aquifer actually does heal the skin without stunting the natural process of our lips creating our own moisture. So an Aquifer, I actually stick a little bit on my finger at night, stick it on my lips, and by the next day they're usually 110%. So those are definitely some of the things, some tips and tricks that I think work for some of my clients. It definitely works for me, and I wanted to share those with you for your self-care Sunday, and maybe you can incorporate some of these things into your daily routine or weekly routine. As usual, stress and calm and living your best self, or being your best self, living your best life, all kind of helps with skin and how we feel about ourselves, and be kind to ourselves. And we can always fix things. You can always come see me and we can try to fix whatever it is that's worrying you about your skin. Other than that, be kind to yourself. Be proud of what your skin looks like, or what your lips look like, or look in the mirror and find 3 things that you love about yourself, whether those are your eyes or your lashes or your pretty jawline or whatever it is. Make sure you do that today. And again, I'm so excited to have been part of this self-care Sunday, and thank you so much, Jake and Nicole, for letting me be part of the Body Metamorphosis Body Positive Zone. And I hope I can do maybe another tutorial again with maybe some makeup or something else. So it was nice meeting everybody. I'm sure we'll put all my information and contact information in the post, and have yourself a great day. Okay, bye.